Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our CUNYAC Women's Volleyball Quarterfinal Round Playoff match here in the Arc Arena between the 5th-seeded Dolphins from the College of Staten Island and your 4th-seeded Baruch College Bearcats. At this time, would you all please rise and stand to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And let's meet today's starters. For Staten Island, starting number 2, Ariana Spears. Number 3, Francesca Castellano. Number 12, Jacqueline Roloff. Number 13, Margaret O'Malley Rebovich. Number 15, Jay Lagai. Number 16, Caitlin Esposito. And the Libero, number 20, Cassidy Ianariello. Staten Island is coached by head coach Larry Ng and assistant coaches Jennifer Samuel and Victoria Wong. And for your Baruch College Bearcats, starting is number 3, Stella Chung. Number 5, Anita Sangara. The Libero, number 7, Wei Chen. Number 8, Mina Pantovic. Number 11, Shannon Barrett. Number 16, Ada Cow. And number 22, Katharine Chen. The Bearcats head coach, Kevin Edwards. Assistant coach, Brendan Murphy. Have a great match. Coaches and spectators, we request your cooperation by supporting the participants in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist comments, or other activity or actions are directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, and team representatives will not be tolerated and grounds for removal from the premises. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages and tobacco products are prohibited. Entering the court of play is prohibited and could lead to an arrest. In addition, artificial noisemakers, air horns, and electronic amplifiers are not permitted. Please enjoy today's contest, and thank you for coming out to Baruch College.
Good evening, happy Tuesday, and we are live here in Arc Arena. My name is Stephen Roach. I'm a former men's volleyball player, and I'm here with my co-star,
Brian Flannery,
the baseball all-star, joining us here today. It's Tuesday, October 30th, and we have quarterfinal playoffs. So Baruch, CSI Dolphins.
CUNYAC playoffs getting started.
Bump set outside, high corner kill. Dolphins take point 1 here in the first set.
Serving for the Dolphins is number 12, Jacqueline Roloff. She's going to go back row there.
Middle attack to start off with the Dolphins. Another kill.
And that's for number 13, Margaret O'Malley Rebovich.
You notice both those kills have now hit the corner. CSI coming out with intellectual swings early on. Once again going after Anita.
I'm going to set Stella from the outside. That ball is out. CSI is going to take an early 3-0 lead here.
That's okay. It's first playoff match. Everybody has a little jitters. CSI has to come in, and they have to play well here.
Yep, the Bearcats are coming into today's playoff match with a 10-18 overall record, 5-3 in CUNYAC. CSI is going to take point number 4 there. What happened there, Steve?
That was an out of rotation early. Baruch out of rotation. That's a timeout with the Bearcats. We'll be back in 1 minute.
And we are back here live at the Arc Arena. CSI jumped out to an early 4-0 lead here in set number 1. That serve is going to be long, and Baruch's going to get on the board here and get the ball back. Serving for the Bearcats now is number 3, Stella Chung.
Off the net. Free ball sent over. Outside touch block, but ball goes out of bounds off that right hand.
Stella on to serve.
Sending a nice deep float serve over the net, causing some trouble. The Dolphins give a free ball. Baruch with a 3-point pass out to Anita on the shoot. Dug by the Libero. Returning with a down ball into the net.
Going for that D ball there. Goes into the bottom of the net. Baruch just 1 point away from tying it up.
Yeah, started off a little shaky. Point.
Yeah, it's good to see the recovery here.
Yeah, timeout by Coach Kevin Edwards. The Bearcats come back together, collect themselves. And the sophomore Stella with another nice float serve.
Another free ball from the Dolphins. It's going to be set to Mina in the middle.
High ball outside. And that's not something we want to see in playoffs right now, Brian. We've spent all year that black hole in the middle of the court.
Right in the middle. CSI did a great job of finding it there.
There should not be any gray lines right now.
Yeah. That serve is going to go into the bottom of the net. Score is now 5-4 in favor of Staten Island. Baruch's going to get the ball back here, and Ada's going to serve.
Float serve goes over. 3-point pass this time.
Dug by Ada. High outside set to Anita. She's going to go across. Dug out by the Staten Island Libero. Down ball from the Dolphins. Good recovery by the Bearcats. Free ball.
High off the hands.
Pipe attack from Stella goes low into the net. CSI takes a 6-4 lead. Checking in for the Dolphins is number 15, Jay Lagai. And serving is number 13, Margaret O'Malley Rebovich.
Float serve goes deep. Bump set out to Anita.
That's good.
Finding the floor with a kill. That sharp angle shot.
Yeah, good. Nice bump set there. Over to Anita.
Middle blocker, Shannon checks in. Mina goes back to serve. And an ace for the Bearcats.
Back row just can't handle that one.
Yeah, that pass was just a little too low. You got to get both feet there.
And Baruch's going to tie it up 6-6. Mina going for the serve. Going up the middle.
With a gator to send the ball back over the net.
Kind of throws it to the back row there.
The ball's set deep. Outside to Anita, and she turns her shoulder line for a kill. 7-6 Bearcats. That was impressive, Brian. That was a nice swing.
Yeah, had her body facing one way, then came across.
Yeah, didn't show anything there.
Really fooled that back row.
This is good for the Bearcats because when you have your middle blocker serving, you take your libero out. So you try to get as many points in this rotation as you can.
Another set to Anita.
Nice high ball.
Dug by libero.
With a roof, Shannon Barrett, number 11. Her and Katharine Chen setting up that wall, Brian.
Great block and positioning there by the Bearcats front row.
Turning both hands back into the court. And Mina continues her service run.
And now it's number 15, Lagai.
That's what I'm talking about, is when that middle blocker comes in, that libero, you miss her.
Jacqueline Roloff checking in for the Dolphins.
That's a few tips now that Baruch let go.
Yeah, kind of a weak spot there early on. Ariana Spears going for the jump serve.
Transition pass off the net, blocked. 2-3 touches.
Stella.
Nice little roll shot. Ada says she's there.
Outside set to Anita.
That was a nice off the block hit with the middle blocker for CSI. Instead of hitting that ball up into the air, she hit it into the net.
Yep.
Caused a little confusion, and the Bearcats find their 9th point.
And after that kill, Anita's going to get the ball and serve here.
Yeah, the offense for Baruch has now moved back row. Let's see how they react.
Back set.
Ada's there.
Going to set Stella on the outside. She goes across the court. That's good.
Nice cut shot in between area 4-5. Finds the ground. That one, too, she got her hips around that ball.
Yeah.
Finished with her arm.
Here's the serve for Anita. She's going to go back row, just a little wide.
Just outside.
Bearcats now lead 10-8. And number 3, Francesca Castellano is on to serve.
Ooh, with a nice jumper, pulling it out. Barely missed, though. We haven't seen too many jump serves in the women's game this season.
Yeah.
It's more of a men's utility.
Yeah. You see that more with you guys?
Yeah. Well, I would say their float serves might be tougher.
Yeah.
These things have a lot of movement. These are knuckleballs coming at you, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's Katharine Chen's serve. She's going to back set Ada here. Once again, off some CSI hands and into the net.
Yeah, that set was just outside, but she found a way to get a point. 12-8, Bearcats lead. CSI calls a timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Welcome back, and we are live. Katharine Chen has the ball in her hand at the service line. Bearcats lead 12-8.
It's going to go back row there. Ball caught up in the rafters.
Straight down, home court advantage.
Yeah. We talk about that pretty much every match here. A couple balls get caught up in the rafters. I know you guys can't see it at home, but there's a drop-down screen there. And if you don't know how to play it right, it could eat you up quick.
Yeah, especially when you get to practice with it a couple hundred times throughout the season. Shannon Barrett, one-handed stab. That's legal. Sent over on 3. Bump set high ball. Let's get free ball sent over, though.
Wakey's going to go to Katharine. Katharine's going to set Stella on the outside. That's good.
Stella finding the 5-6 hole.
Perfectly timed set and kill there for the Bearcats. It's going to continue Katharine's service run here as Baruch takes a 14-8 lead here in set number 1.
Out.
Just out there.
That was a great serve. The refs confirm with each other, ball out. Stanley Chow, the line ref, also called the ball out.
We're talking inches there, though, Steve.
Yeah, if I was a coach, that's a great serve. I'd tell her to rip it again.
Outside set to Ada.
This time blocked, one-handed pokey. Katharine Chen with the hand. Ball coming over to the scores table. We're seeing some action, Brian.
I know you want to get back out on the court.
Don't tempt me. Back set. Stella goes high off the hands.
Deflection goes out of bounds there.
Yeah, right there. She saw 4 hands, knew that there wasn't really an open seam. She swung high, and that ball just went out of bounds. Easy point.
It's going to give us the ball back. Wei Chang on for the serve.
A's going cross-court short serve. No one saw that coming. You see how she's lined up back left, and she just dropped a front left short serve. She went for it again, and this time didn't have enough.
Going for the same thing there, just a little short. Ball goes into the net.
Yeah, she's going cross-court from that area 1 to area 2. It can be a tough one.
Yep. Here's roll-off with the serve. Goes low into the net.
And if you're CSI, that's not how you want to respond. You want to grab some momentum. Baruch's gone on a couple 3 or 4 point service runs, while CSI hasn't really been able to do that yet.
Here's Stella's serve.
Stella goes with her own short serve, sent over on 2. Out to Anita.
Deflected off the hands. Another kill for Anita.
If you can't find the seam and you can't find the court, find a hand.
Dolphins look a little more prepared this week for Anita's outside attack, but still, she's getting the best of the middles there with the deflection.
Middle attack this time. Nice dig. Some trouble for the Bearcats, sending over a free ball.
He's up the middle.
One-handed pokey overpass. Bearcats playing some tough defense.
Ada goes outside there, just wide.
Yeah, she went for the line ball, and
You see any deflections there, Steve? It was close.
I was looking for it. I was waiting for both refs to confirm, but if they didn't see, we got to move on to the next point.
Yep, Baruch still has an 18-12 lead here. That's Caitlin Esposito serving.
Ada going cross court. Great hit. 3-point pass going out to Anita.
Ball caught up in the rafters again.
Yeah, too much sauce on that one.
And again, the camera angle, they can't see that ball getting caught up in the ceiling, but the Libero going for the dig there, hit it all the way up, got caught up there, and
yeah, there's
CSI had to scramble.
One beam up there that causes some trouble. And if you're not used to it or expecting it every time, it can really hurt you.
Because it's not just a straight deflection. The ball likes to roll around up there a little bit.
Yeah, sit up there for a second.
Yeah.
A net violation, number 22, Katharine. That's the first error for her.
Jay Lagai is going to check in for the Dolphins. This is going to bring number 13, Margaret O'Malley Revovich, on for the serve.
Nice, deep, hard float. Ace for the Dolphins. Wakey didn't get her right hip around that one. She got caught in the back. Bearcats got to finish this set with momentum so they can go on to set 2. Going after Wakey again. This time back row attack to Stella. A one-handed pokey. Down ball.
D-ball by Staten Island. That goes out and wide.
Yeah, that one was out. Didn't see any touch on that.
Baruch takes a 20-14 lead here in set number 1. CUNYAC playoffs, Steve.
Yeah, you can hear the Dolphins trying to rally, fire up their team on the side. Everybody's screaming. Middle attack.
Going up the middle.
Off the hands of Shannon.
Roloff's going to check in for CSI.
Jacqueline, the Staten Island native, coming in with some height.
And number 2, Ariana Spears, a freshman, on for the serve.
Floater goes after the front row outside Anita.
Goes for that back row there. CSI recovered, but just not in bounds.
Yeah, they got it over the net, but it was out of bounds.
Good call there by the refs.
Yeah, he saw that right away. As Coach Larry calls his last and final timeout. Bearcats lead 21-15.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
And we are back here live at the Arc Arena. CUNYAC quarterfinal matchup between the Baruch College Bearcats and the Dolphins of Staten Island. Here's Anita Sangara with the serve. Going back row. Set up the middle. Blocked by Baruch. Free ball by Staten Island. Shannon keeps it alive there. Blocked by Staten Island. Katharine's going to set Stell on the outside again. Off some hands and point Baruch.
Yeah, finding a way to get the kill.
Anita on to serve. Goes back row again.
Some pokies back to back.
Back to back pokies, free ball.
You got a pokey bowl going.
Again, going for that.
Nice. You like to see the defense in the playoffs. Yeah. Back one. Knuckleball goes out of bounds.
And Baruch's going to take a 23-15 lead here. Just 2 points away from closing set number 1 out.
Yeah, knowing Coach Edwards and playing with him for a couple years, he wants to see his girls get to 25 within the next 2 or 3 points. He doesn't want it to be a 5-point event.
And that's another point by Baruch.
Ball finds the court.
How are you going to call that one, Steve?
I think she just threw her hand out and it happened to land back over the net. She did not try to do that on purpose.
Nonetheless.
Yeah, 8 of the freshmen can play defense. Just get the ball up and don't let the balloon or the ball.
Set point here for the Bearcats. Again, another ball just kind of thrown over by Staten Island trying to keep this thing alive. And Stella's going to go back row, and that's good. Baruch takes set number 1.
Off the hands and the court. 25-15. Bearcats take set number 1. Stay with us, and we'll be back for set number 2 shortly.
When you're in college, you kind of find out who you are. And throughout your 4 years, you develop yourself with all the different experiences, which leads into dedicating yourself to your community, to your family. So when you're a senior, you're coming out a well-rounded person.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests outside of the classroom and outside of the court or field. I've had the ability to get into different activities and organizations, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
Getting to be involved in a lot of different things, ranging from obviously being a student athlete to getting involved with my campus and my community, and not only being allowed to do that, but being encouraged to do that.
The opportunity to be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, to have the professors know me on a personal level, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference. It really helps you develop thinking from other people's perspectives and looking at problems from outside the box.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
I've definitely learned how to really be myself. I found out, yes, I am actually a good leader, and yes, I can actually put myself forward because I am good enough. I can do it.
Coming in to college, I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of different career goals, and I've learned so much about myself that I was always like growing and changing.
When I got to college, it forced me to step up and become more of a leader, and I think that was something I had the capability of doing, and forever grateful that being at a Division III school gave me that opportunity.
You have to dedicate your time in the classroom, you have to dedicate your time in the gym, on the field, on the court.
Our coaches and the entirety of the athletic department, they valued the student athlete going out into community and trying something new and getting involved in campus life.
You can get involved in so many different things. So the possibilities are truly limitless for what you can do with your college experience. You can kind of make it your own in the Division III setting. So I would encourage people who want to have flexibility to pursue different interests and passions to go D3.
Welcome back. It is Tuesday. We have some great volleyball going on in Arc Arena. The Baruch College Bearcats against the CSI Dolphins. Bearcats took the first set 25-15. Look to continue that momentum into the second set, while the Dolphins look to stop the bleeding, find out a little bit more offense. Some trouble to start off the first set. A joust at the net.
Both the middles meeting at the net there.
Yeah, Shannon went up to swing. Baruch finds the point.
Mina's going to check in here, and Wei Chang is on for the serve. Goes cross court again.
Stella's there. Baruch playing it off the Raptors this time.
Looking comfortable.
Yeah, they were ready for it. Middle attack.
O'Malley Revovich.
Stella's there, though.
Outside set to Anita. She's going to go back row, and that ball's good.
That one hit hands and the court. That's a double point. Just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. You can't get 2 points. You can only get one at a time. Short float serve going from 1-1 again. And they're calling a double on that.
It's going to continue Wei's service run here as Baruch takes the early 3-0 lead here at set number 2.
Outside shoot. Off the hands of Katharine into the antenna. That's a Dolphin point.
And dropping back to serve is number 12, Jacqueline Roloff.
Going after the front row outside for the Bearcats. Bump set. Deep corner shot into area 5, and Anita finding another kill. This time just going outside, reaching high, snapping high, left arm up.
And these two teams matched up last week. Most of the points came from Anita's kills going back row. So the Dolphins, I'm sure, had a little bit of a game plan coming in, but
I think she had 22 kills when they played CSI last time.
Yep. Again, Anita going back row. Off some Baruch rafters.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
The setter tried to set that ball really high, which was a great set.
Home court advantage is a thing.
Great set except for this gym. Ball hit the rafters. No Dolphin was expecting it. And when we're at practice with Coach Kevin, he expects us to get those balls. Some trouble. Bearcats get a free ball. Let's see him put it away.
Katharine's going to set Ada. Rolls off the net. Again, ball kind of gets stuck up in the rafters there. CSI tries to save it, but ball's out of bounds.
Immediately, 3 of the 4 refs call out of bounds.
And Baruch's going to take an early 6-1 lead here. See if they can create some more distance here.
Yeah, Larry for the Dolphins is up and standing while we got Kevin Edwards. He looks pretty comfortable. The girls are talking.
And
another
that's a service
ace. The only issues the Bearcats have had tonight is those little tip shots, roll shots that go into the black hole. That's a timeout by the Dolphins. 7-1, Bearcats lead.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
And we are back live here in set number 2. Baruch with the early 7-1 lead here. Katharine Chen on to serve. Just going to go back row there.
Roll shot picked up by Stella. Again out to Anita. A nice one-handed stab. She picked it up, but the ball just didn't go in the direction she wanted. Great touch by the Dolphins, though.
And again, if you're the Bearcats, that's exactly the game plan. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, feed Anita.
Get that outside set to Anita. Put the ball away.
And then when they think it's going to Anita, you flick it back to somebody else.
Stella going with the line drive serve there to the back row. And that ball is out.
I think I just heard Coach Kevin call the ball out before it got hit. He could tell that the ball went out just by her shoulders. This guy's a smart cookie.
9-1 lead here for the Bearcats.
Tip. That's better. The Bearcats are picking up these tips now. They're covering for each other. You want to see that in the playoffs. That ball goes off the head of Anita through the hands.
Kill for Margaret O'Malley Revovich.
Yeah, the Dolphins find their second point.
She's been playing a great middle for CSI early on here.
Yeah.
A lot of quick blocks. Balls we don't usually see blocked. And that's another kill for Anita.
That time she took a little off, but wanted more control. Picked her spot.
More of a placement thing there, but again, just really taking advantage of that back row.
Yeah, another great swing.
She's going to get the ball and serve. Just back row to the Libero. Back set. O'Malley Revovich.
Ref is calling that there was a touch on that block.
Free ball by Staten Island. And Katharine's going to set Stella on the outside.
One-handed stab over the net for the Dolphins, keeping it alive.
spreading the ball around here. She's going to go across to Ada now with the set. O'Malley Revovich going for the D ball.
Two ball out of the middle. Two ball out of the middle. It just goes wide. And Anita continuing the service run. 11-2, Brian. Bearcats take a 9-point lead.
CSI tries to recover there, and they're going to call that ball in bounds.
Yeah, I'm going to stay quiet on that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's good, though. Test the Bearcats. Let's see.
Good volley going here. Stella. Covered by CSI. Yeah, Katharine's going to set Ada now. Just throws it to the back row there. And they're going to call a double on Staten Island.
Double called. You can't contact the ball twice.
Great volley on both sides there. Baruch coming out on top and takes the early 12-2 lead. And if you're the Bearcats, you just want to keep creating this distance. It's playoff volleyball.
Yeah, keep that momentum. You want to go into Friday's match feeling good and not having these little things like tips into the middle, missed serves, lack of communication. You don't want any of that.
Great play there by Mina up at the net.
And I would say from the first time out that Coach Kevin called, after that, the girls got together. They got all the jitters out, the nerves.
And they just started playing their game.
Yeah, they're talking, communicating, going after their serves.
And that ball is just out, if anything.
Yeah, number 8, Alexandra, the senior outside middle blocker, Wentworth, who's actually getting subbed out. I don't know if she just missed it or pulled back, but...
Yep, checking in is number 3, Francesca Castellano.
Point Dolphins, and Baruch has a 10-point advantage.
Yep, and serving is number 13, Margaret O'Malley Revovich.
Shank. Anita's there.
Free ball, sent over by Wake.
Stella gets her feet to the line and follows it, but the ball touches her as she's going out of bounds. And Brian, what you can see here is Stella's not arguing it.
Yeah.
She's accepting it. She might have just touched that a little bit.
Close call there. CSI gets the point.
But that's what happens when you get a 9-point lead. You can have little things like that.
Yep.
But we don't want to see that. We don't want to see 1 point turn into 2, 2 turn into 3. Yeah. Stop the bleeding.
Little communication lapse there on the back row. Nobody there to help out Anita.
In a lot of games, but this game especially, when you under-communicate, you have to make sure the very next play you over-communicate. And a back-to-back ace.
Just finds the back line there.
The line ref calling the ball out, in. Both head refs looked at him and said, no, sir, that ball is in. That's an ace. The ball does move quick in this game.
O'Malley Revovich continuing her serves. And that ball is going to go out.
Yeah, Wakey thought about it.
Again, a bunch of great serves there from CSI in a row. Really putting it on the Bearcats to make that quick decision.
And Danielle, who was the libero for the Bearcats at the beginning of the season, who broke her hand, number 6, is now entering the game after sitting out almost the whole entire season. She's coming out for defensive positioning, goes to roast area 6.
And CSI is going to throw that ball to the back corner.
Yeah, setting the ball over the net, picking her spot. She saw that. We talked about this. Mina, the middle blocker, who's not a libero, comes in and the defense just gets a little weaker, and they found that spot. Now Wakey, the libero's back in. And Baruch playing with 2 liberos now. That means a lot of defense in the back.
High outside set to Stella. Dolphins just struggled to time that hit there.
Yeah, she didn't even hit that. She just kind of like high-fived it over the net. Didn't finish her swing at all.
And Santa's going to check in for Ada.
Yeah, so Santa, the setter's coming in. That means Katharine Chen's going to switch to an opposite with the Baruch Bearcats now running a 6-2. Nice serve by Santa.
For Santa coming in off the bench right away.
Way to come in and be effective.
16-7 lead here in set number 2 for the Bearcats.
That's okay. It's also the transfer. She is a transfer. It's her first time. She's from Astoria too, but first time playing in any CUNY playoff. So
yeah,
she might have her own jitters coming in for the first time.
Yeah, anytime you see those playoff banners around the gym here, Steve, it's different field, different game. And that goes for all the CUNY sports.
Yeah.
Because I know I see that banner. I know it's game time.
You want one. You want one. They're hard to earn, and they're very hard to get in every sport.
That's a fact. It's going to give the ball back to Staten Island, number 3, Francesca Castellano. Going for the high float serve there. Stella's going to punch it over.
Yeah, way to keep that ball alive.
Lagai, again, kind of finding that gray area in the middle.
Yeah, Santa got caught just standing up a little bit. You could tell that she wasn't low.
Yeah. CSI now trails by 6. Going back row.
3-point pass. All options here.
Santa's going to set Katharine on the outside.
Way to attack the hands, though. That was a nice hit.
I think she just broke the net there a little bit, Steve. One of the strings came off.
No, the string is off.
Now Katharine's going to go back to Stella for the kill.
Yeah, back-to-back swings, attacking hands for Katharine and Stella.
And Anita's going to check back in for Danielle. Stella's on to serve. Baruch, 17-10 lead, set number 2.
Jump float goes into the chest of one of the Dolphins. Out to Anita. Hammer down the line for a kill.
No answer for that.
There's a 4-ball, which is an outside slow set, and there's a shoot, which is an outside fast set.
And you could see she got some momentum behind that 1-2. Perfectly timed set and swing.
Perfectly timed.
Yeah.
As the Bearcats take an 18-10 advantage, Yesley's coming in. I think Coach Kevin Edwards wants to have her go serve. She's going to play opposite, which is okay because if we have Anita front row, you can still run the whole entire offense through her.
Stella going for the cross-court serve there.
Yeah, deep corner, but just missed.
Yeah.
Still a great serve.
Yep, we like aggressive serve, Steve.
I would rather have you do that than just give a lollipop.
You've been preaching it all year.
That's because I got yelled at for 3 years for giving lollipops over the net.
Yeah. And that serve is long for Staten Island. Baruch, 19-11. It's going to give the ball back to Way.
Gavinci coming in for Mina. Coach Kevin getting in some substitutes early in the quarterfinals.
Mally Revovich up the middle.
Yeah, nice dig though.
High outside set to Anita. She's going back row. Good recovery there by the Dolphins. Santa's going to set Anita again. Dug by the Libero.
I think that ball slipped out of her hands, and there was a little...
CSI looking for that back corner. Goes wide.
A little miscommunication on who's swinging that one.
Way's going to continue her service run here. Again, she's going to go cross court. Free ball sent over by the Dolphins. And Santa's going to back set Yesley. Tipped off the middle, and that's good.
Yesley timing the ball, getting the kill. She waited on that one a little bit.
Nonetheless, got the job done, Steve.
Yeah, just find a way to get a point.
Yep.
1 point at a time. Just find a way.
Baruch now has a 10-point lead here in set number 2. Wakey just a little too soft there. Goes off the top of the net.
Yeah, that's Wakey's second missed short serve. They're hard. You got to time them. You got to hit them softly, but just enough.
Jacqueline Roloff on for the serve. Santa's going to set Anita.
Anita left-handed tipped to the middle, but the refs are calling her under the net. Her whole foot landed under the net, which is a point for the Dolphins. Bearcats are still up 8, 21-13. Second set. Anita, cross-court shot.
Going back to Anita.
This time goes off the hands.
Over on 3.
And it looked like Wakey was there, but there were 2 girls in front of her, and she didn't know if they were touching it or if she should go. Tight pass.
Good recovery by Santa. Finds Anita across the court.
Anita, her whole body looking right, and she just finishes down the line. The only person that knew where she was going in the gym was her.
That's going to bring in Abigail. Yesley's going to serve.
Bearcats took out their captains, Stella and Katharine, so Anita had to be named the next on-court captain.
Yesley goes back row there.
Gavinci with a block. Anita with the overpass kill, the 1-2 combo coming from the Cats. At 23-14, the Dolphins call it their second and last timeout.
For the love of the game. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference.
Welcome back as the Bearcats are up 23-14 here in set number 2. CUNY Quarterfinals going on in Arc Arena.
That ball really gets caught up in the rafters there, and that's going to be a service ace for Yesley.
Yesley.
Again, that's probably the 3rd or 4th ball we've seen.
Yeah, Staten Island has struggled with, as the Bearcats, I think, are 2 for 2 for picking up balls in the rafters.
Yeah.
I think the Dolphins, not to be like that, but I think they're 1 in 5 when the ball hits the rafters.
And that ball really went up there.
Not that I'm counting, but I'm just watching the game. Backslide. Goes deep. Yesley's there. She had to play it. Anita covers herself. Abby gets a pipe, throws it into the middle. Anita with an overpass swing, but the setter, number 2, Ariana Spears, the freshman, she's there to just get a hand on it, and it causes a little trouble. Dolphins survive. 1 more point. Out to Anita.
Going back row. Just a little long there.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness. If I'm her setter, if I'm Santa right now, I'm looking at her and going, hey, get me out of this set. I'm going to get you again right here. Off the net pass. Yesley's there. Great dig by Yesley. Santa goes to back row pipe.
CSI tips it over there. Then Anita throws it back.
A lot of different pieces are on the court right now for the Bearcats. It's not their starting lineup. They do have four girls coming off the bench right now in set number 2, trying to close out this game.
Again, match point here for the Bearcats.
Nice pass. Back row to Abby. She sends a free ball over the net. Wakey absorbs the ball, but it just gets shanked out of bounds. As Staten Island continues to roll a little bit, Brian.
Yeah, they're not giving up here.
It can be dangerous if they take this momentum into the third set. If anybody's thinking the Bearcats have already won this, don't be thinking that. This ball's got to go over. Santa sends it deep. 19-24. 24-19, actually.
A little too much there. CSI closing in on this deficit now. Again, Bearcats just need 1 point to put this thing away.
Yeah, they're in row 4. That means the setter's front row. The middle's to the left. She's got to get all the way into the middle and work really hard. It's got to be a good pass. This is a tough rotation. Row 4 for 3 years is where the men's team struggled. That was our worst rotation. It's hard.
And that's going to bring back in Ada and Katharine as Santa and Yesley check out. Baruch really just looking for that last point here.
Yeah, so if you watch this now, that means Ada is now in opposite front row, and the setter, Katharine, for the Bearcats is back row. So we just went from 2 options front row to now 3. Coach Kevin's looking just for 1 point here, 24-20. High pass, all 3 options.
Outside set to Ada.
And Ada, she's been on the bench for a couple minutes now, coming in cold. I'm not saying she can't swing right now, but this is a cold gym. When you sit on the bench for 10, 15 minutes.
It is cold in here.
Coach asks you to come in, you got to jump.
I thought the outdoor sports were the only ones who struggled with the cold, but
yeah, welcome to Arc Arena.
Yeah, now I got a little understanding.
It's like the Arctic.
Yeah.
I never made that joke. I'm sorry, that was a bad one.
That was all right.
D-ball from Anita. Touch block.
Again, deflects out of bounds. CSI closes in within 2 now. 24-22.
Coach Kevin now calls the timeout. Let's see if they can stop the bleeding. We'll be back in 1 minute. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Welcome back to late in set number 2. The Bearcats are up 1-0. CSI trails 2 points here. The Bearcats need 1 point to close the set. Let's see what the Dolphins can do here. Going after Anita.
Back set to Anita. Somehow keeps it in bounds.
Ref calls it good. Ball falls in. She hits the angle.
Wow.
I don't think that's how the Bearcats wanted to get out of that rotation, but they found a way.
That's not how they drew it up, but it'll work.
Survive and move on, Brian.
All right, we'll be back in 3 minutes. Stay with us.
Stay with us. Set 3.
When you're in college, you kind of find out who you are. And throughout your 4 years, you develop yourself with all the different experiences, which leads into dedicating yourself to your community, to your family. So when you're a senior, you're coming out a well-rounded person.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests outside of the classroom and outside of the court or field. I've had the ability to get into different activities and organizations, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
Getting to be involved in a lot of different things, ranging from obviously being a student athlete to getting involved with my campus and my community, and not only being allowed to do that, but being encouraged to do that.
The opportunity to be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, to have the professors know me on a personal level, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference. It really helps you develop thinking from other people's perspectives and looking at problems from outside the box.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
I've definitely learned how to really be myself. I found out, yes, I am actually a good leader, and yes, I can actually put myself forward because I am good enough. I can do it.
Coming in to college, I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of different career goals, and I've learned so much about myself that I was always like growing and changing.
When I got to college, it forced me to step up and become more of a leader, and I think that was something I had the capability of doing, and forever grateful that being a Division III school gave me that opportunity.
You have to dedicate your time in the classroom, you have to dedicate your time in the gym, on the field, on the court.
Our coaches and the entirety of the athletic department, they valued the student athlete going out to community and trying something new and getting involved in campus life.
You can get involved in so many different things. So the possibilities are truly limitless for what you can do with your college experience. You can kind of make it your own in the Division III setting. So I would encourage people who want to have flexibility to pursue different interests and passions to go D3.
Welcome back. It is Tuesday, October 30th. Rent is due. Classes are coming up.
Midterms.
The Bearcats are up 2-0 in the CUNY Quarterfinals.
Some playoff volleyball action here at the Arc Arena.
Yeah, there's a lot going on campus. Bearcats start with an ace. 1-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in with us now, Baruch took the first two sets. Just need one more to take this quarterfinal matchup from Staten Island and advance into the CUNY semifinals.
It's good to see them getting an ace and playing some defense early.
Ada going back row. Misses by a couple inches there. Good aggressive swing, though.
Yeah, that was a good swing.
Yeah.
Deep, hard float serve. Anita watches it go over her left shoulder. Everybody has this one spot on the court where you just know the ball's going out once you reach a certain point.
It's really just a matter of awareness, right?
Yeah. And Katharine almost serving the ball under the net on that one.
Hit Anita, actually.
Yeah, I've hit a few players. I've actually hit a few players a couple times in one game. It happens, but you gotta keep moving on.
Absolutely. Ada going back row. CSI trying to save it. Can't get it over in three.
Great effort. Just didn't find its way over the net.
Baruch takes a 3-2 lead here in set number 3.
Staten Island adding some passing.
Anita on for the serve.
Back set with a little bump set. And number 13, Margaret O'Malley. Little roll shot into the court. Wakey with a 2-point pass. Out to Stella.
That's going to be a point for the Dolphins there.
Stella hit the ball, and it hit the antenna just barely.
O'Malley
Float
Rebovich
serve.
with the serve there. Going outside set to Stella. Dug out by the back row. And Katharine's going to get called for a double there.
Yeah, that's a hard set, especially when your chest is squared up with the net, and you just got to flick a ball over your left shoulder or right shoulder.
She really had to redirect that ball there.
Yeah.
Gets called for the double.
You don't get to use your hips on that one. You just got to send it sideways.
Yep, and that'll give CSI a 5-3 lead here in set number 3. Go back row there. Pipe attack by Anita. Blocked by Staten Island. Again, two teams meet up in the net, and the Dolphins are going to get the better of that one.
A joust, and the ball lands on the Dolphins' side, but Stella touched the net, I think. That's what he's calling here. There's a lot that goes on when you got 6 hands going up in the net at once. But, however the head ref saw it, that's how it's called.
Bearcats just going to throw this ball over, free ball. Jump set, and
another
CSI
double.
Is going to get called for the double.
Yeah. Bearcats down early, but we do have to remember this is CSI's last breath. They have to win this set or they go home. Where the Bearcats already up 2 might be sitting here thinking they got it, and they can't have that mindset at all. Like that.
Yeah.
If the Bearcats were sitting here thinking that they were going to lose this game, you get somebody on the ground for that one.
Yeah. And honestly, at the end of that second set there, CSI really
rallied back,
took control of the momentum.
And now they take a 7-4 lead, set number 3.
You know, so this one is far from over. Bearcats got to do a good job of really kind of reestablishing their momentum, closing this thing out. As Stella swings, gets blocked there by Staten Island. Is that a carry, Steve?
That might have been. He let them play, though. Sometimes you just got to let the girls play.
Hey, it works out in our favor. Baruch gets the kill there. Now trailed by 2 points. Going to give us the ball back, and Ada is back to serve. CSI stacked up in pretty big defensive formation there. Anita lets it go. That ball's going to be long.
Ball goes out of bounds. I was looking for a hand, maybe a touch.
Good court awareness there, though, by Anita.
Nice.
Ada going back row. CSI cannot handle it. And Baruch ties this thing up 7-7. Great serve there by Ada. Just cleared the net.
Barely.
Nice line drive.
Another one. This time
Again,
it's picked up a little better.
Tough to handle, though.
CSI figures out a way to get a great set out of there and a nice kill into corner in area 5. Number 3, Francesca, the right side junior.
Going cross court. Anita from the pipe. Ball again caught up in the rafters. CSI looking to salvage this. And they do.
Yeah, over the net.
Wow. Outside set to Stella, goes into the net, and CSI takes the point. Wow. Crazy volley there, Steve.
Yeah, on that one, she just got, I don't know, nervous, scared, but she hit that one directly into the net.
Nonetheless, CSI had to do a great job of really recovering that volley before it got away from them. Ball was in the stealings, nearly in the bleachers. CSI takes another point there and a 10-7 lead. Timeout probably coming pretty soon from Baruch's bench.
Yeah, the Bearcat defense is falling apart a little bit here. It's sometimes a curse when you take a two-set advantage.
Yeah. Might be a little bit of everything, but Baruch needs to really regroup. And Stella's going to go long there. CSI takes a 4-point lead, 11-7.
You can see the Dolphin bench just really getting into this one.
And there's that Bearcats timeout we were talking about. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Stay with us.
being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Welcome back to set number 3. We got a barn burner here.
CSI not giving up.
Yeah, everyone fighting here. It's CUNY playoffs.
And that's a big kill there for Shannon Barrett. Getting the ball back for the Bearcats. Great usage of the timeout there.
Yeah, Coach Kevin stopped the bleeding a little bit, calm down his girls, talk to them, refresh their memory about how they want to attack this match.
And here's Stella going serve. She'll go back row there. CSI up the middle. Katharine's going to set Anita on the outside. Dug by the libero. And Shannon and Katharine right there for the block.
Point Bearcats. Yeah, we've been talking about how the Dolphins do need to win this one. York, Lehman, and Medgar have already been kicked out of playoffs. Every other team in CUNY is alive. Stella going with a jump float. Dolphins going to the front row. 1.
Back set to Anita. Blocked by Jay Lagai at the net. CSI takes a 12-9 lead.
Yeah, this set is still within reach for the Bearcats, but they have to control a few more things.
Ayana Riello with the serve.
Middle tip.
Outside set to Anita. Going back row.
Net's bouncing.
Baruch's going to get the point.
They're calling it on number 7. And we do not have a number 7 on our roster sheet.
Yeah.
Baruch's number 7, Wakey, the libero going back to serve.
They're going to go to O'Malley Revovich up the middle.
Off the hands, and you could see that one. She started facing the center of the court, and by the time she swung, she was looking left, out of the court. She did not want to hit that ball in the court. Purposely wanted to hit some hands.
Outside set to Anita. Off the front row. CSI can handle it, and that would be another kill.
A nice touch, though.
Yeah.
Great touch.
Again, Baruch doing a good job of getting back to their game plan there, which is giving Anita the outside sets.
I would say fake it one direction, send the ball to Anita.
Yep. Another outside set. CSI recovers.
Baruch getting a free ball. I'd go to Anita again.
And Katharine's going to do just that. She goes cross court.
Into the rafters. A double call.
And they're going to call a double on the Dolphins there.
So now the next time the Bearcats go back to Anita and then the ball comes back over for a second set, the Dolphins might be looking for that second one going to Anita, and that's where we flip it back to Ada on the opposite or hit Mina in the middle. Keep them thinking, but let them know you're going to use your primary.
Don't let them get comfortable.
This time the setter's out, so it's got to be a bump set. Wakey's there. Great talk by the girls. High ball to Anita. Yeah, you got to see it. She finds the corner.
And that's going to find the back corner. Great placement there by Anita.
The girls staying with each other. 13-13, Brian. Bearcats tie it up.
Got ourselves a volleyball game, Steve.
I can't say right now that the Cats are rolling,
No,
but
not yet. Katharine going across the court for the service ace.
that ball looked like it was going deep, and it just kept dying as it crossed the net.
Just cleared the net. And CSI is going to call a timeout. We will be back in 1 minute.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Here we go in set number 3. The Bearcats are up 2-1, and they currently lead 14-13 in set number 3. We're in CUNY quarter playoffs, and loser goes home.
Katharine's going to back set Ada there. Recovered by the Dolphins. Free ball sent over. And Katharine's going to outside set to Anita. Again, recovered by the Dolphins. A little bit of a volley here. Baruch's going to come out on top.
Ada with a big block. CSI was there to cover it. Ball finds the ground, and Bearcats get a point, 15-13.
Katharine's going to go back row there. CSI plays it.
And this is where at the beginning of the game, maybe CSI starts hot, but now towards the end of the match, they have to have that momentum with them. They can't just stop. They have to keep pushing. Hits like that into the net are just momentum killers.
Katharine goes deep again off some CSI feet, and that's going to be a service ace.
We've talked about that this season is, get the ball over the net, and if it's out of bounds by a couple inches, that's better than just going under the net.
Exactly.
Or directly into it.
Baruch's going to take a 17-13 lead here in set number 3. Katharine goes same spot. CSI plays it.
Yeah, this
just
time
tips it over.
Opposite passed that ball. She didn't expect to pass it, but it went over the net, and that threw the Bearcats off too.
Yeah, the girls weren't ready for that one. It's going to give CSI the ball, and number 16, Caitlin Esposito is on to serve.
Yeah, what should have been an ace turned into a nice opportunity for the Dolphins.
Goes back row to Wakey. Ada.
Yeah, Ada just couldn't get her feet there. She was a little too far outside, and when you take your right, left, right, or your left, right, left, and however you get to that ball, she just couldn't get there within her 3 or 4 steps.
And by the time the ball's in your hands, it's already probably too late to get it over.
So she got to her position. She knew how far she could get. She just thought she could get there.
It's going to be a back set to Anita. Goes off the antenna, point Staten Island.
Trying to keep that one in play.
Again, and yeah, that was a tough set there. Anita didn't really have much of a chance with that one.
Yeah, eventually physics and math kind of get in there, and the
Geometry.
angles, it's just not there. Eventually, you just can't get the ball over the net.
Yeah. Katharine's going to go across the court, set Ada. Ada gets it over this time. Castellano. Anita coming from the outside, off some middles, and that's going to find the court. Baruch takes an 18-16 lead.
Yeah, you saw the Dolphin Libero. She saw it. She just couldn't get that ball up, but she got her hands there. The Dolphins bench trying to rally the team late. 18-16.
Here's Anita's serve. Goes back row. Dolphins send it over on 3. Katharine sets Stella on the outside, and that ball finds the back row. That's good. 19-16 lead.
Yeah, the Cats seem to be rolling a little bit here late.
A little bit, Steve. Yeah. Anita with the serve. Finds the Libero on the back row. CSI just throws it over on
two. Yeah. The setter is front row, so she could have just thrown that one-handed. But instead, she kept her hands high. She made everyone think that she was sending an outside set. Boom, over on 2.
Margaret O'Malley-Rebovich on for the serve.
Nice three-point pass.
The pokey from Staten Island. Not enough.
Yeah, just sent out of bounds.
Yeah, good effort there.
And while we have a moment, we'd like to say thank you to all the friends and family out there who are watching and supporting both teams, all of the teams we've had this season. We appreciate every single one of you for staying with us, listening to us through our struggles, through our achievements. And stay with us, because on Friday also, we will have the semifinals for the teams to be determined. Both semifinals and CUNY finals will be coming this Friday.
And that's going to be a CSI timeout. We will be right back.
Second and last timeout, Brian.
We'll be
last
right back.
breath.
No one ever won a race because it was their turn. And guzzling the right sports drink never won all 3 sets. You can't talk your way through a tournament, and luck doesn't last. Real champions know that it takes more to do more, because wanting it just isn't good enough. You've got to be smarter, faster, tougher. After all, if championships were easy, everybody would have one. City University of New York Athletic Conference. Learn, play, succeed.
And we are back here live at the Arc Arena. Set number 3, Baruch has a 21-17 lead. And also a 2-set lead on the CSI Dolphins here in the CUNYAC quarterfinal match. CSI just looking to stay alive here.
Yeah, they have to win this set, Brian, or they go home 0-3.
Or their season's over. It's that time of the year, Steve, playoff volleyball.
Yeah, you hate to see anyone go home.
But it's win or go home.
But survival of the fittest, that's how it's got to go.
Yep. Some commotion there in the middle.
Especially here in the city.
Yeah.
In New York City, no one plays nice.
And that's going to be a double on the Dolphins. Baruch closing in, 3 points away from taking this quarterfinal matchup.
Doesn't matter. Last set, the Dolphins were down, 9 points?
Yeah.
And they closed it to a 25-23 gap. It's not over until it's over.
The Dolphins aren't going to go down easy.
This is a big game of don't let the balloon hit the floor. Everyone plays it as a child. This is just a much faster paced game.
And just like that, Dolphins get the ball back.
18-22, 4-point lead.
Serving is number 2, Ariana Spears. The New Mexico native.
A little West Coaster. Always good to have him out on the East Coast.
It's going to be Castellano. Goes long. Baruch just 2 points away now. Dropping back to serve is number 16, Ada Cow. Goes back row. CSI just trying to keep that ball alive. Point Baruch.
Bearcats find match point right here, 24-18. You want to see them close this within 1 or 2 points.
And that ball is just out. It's going to go off the camera there.
Yeah. Luckily, the camera fell against the wall and didn't break. You would hate to have the Dolphins break their camera right before the match continued or ended.
Yes.
No one's...
Serving for the Dolphins, number 3, Francesca Castellano. And, Steve, if you're serving right now, you just want to have a nice conservative serve, get the ball over, right?
It depends.
Yeah.
Some coaches say go after it. Some coaches
Anita
say...
up the pipe, and that ball is good.
Bearcats take the third set, 25-19.
We'll see you in the semifinals.
It is yet to be determined who the Bearcats will play. There is another game going on tonight. But Friday in Arc Arena, starting at 4 p.m., 6 p.m., and 8 p.m., we will have the CUNY semis first round, the second round of the semis, and CUNY finals for women's volleyball in the 2018 season. Thank you so much for staying with us all season. My name is Stephen Roach.
And I'm Brian Flannery. Thank you guys for tuning in.
And we actually do have one interview coming up.
Stay with us.
Stay with us for 1 minute.
And Steve, the interview coming up means this is my time to sign off. Thank you as always.
Brian, thank you for being here with us.
I will see you on Friday.
And so, like we did say, Friday, November 2nd, you got Brooklyn playing John Jay, and then the winner, which is actually going to be the Bearcats. And on the other side of the bracket, number 1 Hunter is playing, Hunter is actually going to play Baruch this Friday as one of the semifinals. And the other game is going to be John Jay, Brooklyn. Another iconic Baruch-Hunter volleyball matchup coming at you. The Hunter girls are currently ranked number 1 in CUNY this year, and they have been a force to be reckoned with the last couple seasons. All of the CUNYAC championship rounds will be happening with us on YouTube, except for the finals. The finals will be held on Facebook Live, which you can go to Facebook and then look up CUNY Athletics. And you'll find volleyball right there, easy and accessible for anybody with a computer, smartphone, tablet, the app. However you get on Facebook, or if you don't have a Facebook, find a child, a millennial, maybe grandma. Go say what's up to grandma and live stream the CUNY finals through Facebook with us. And in just a few moments, we're going to have another interview. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we will have Danielle the Libero coming up. She will come have a quick interview with yours truly. And a little background information on Danielle. Danielle was the starting libero last year, where this year she came in with the starting role, broke her thumb early in the year, and she was sidelined since. Tonight was the first time that we saw Danielle back in action, and she came back row for a few plays, but you can tell that it's still a little sore, and she still has to control where she's putting her thumb. Especially when balls are getting hit so hard at this level. You don't want to re-injure that. Kevin Edwards does know the type of player he has with Danielle, so he doesn't want to injure her more. And tonight was awesome because that meant that Wakey was able to stay in that primary libero position with Danielle coming in. That meant a double defensive back row with 2 liberos. Danielle's walking up right now. Give us one moment. Danielle, how you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
How's your hand?
It's okay. Healing slowly. Yeah.
We were talking to everybody how you were doing so great last year as the starting libero. You came in this year on fire, defense, everything, and then you got injured and sidelined just for a couple months.
Yeah. It was hard.
Tonight was your first game back, though. How was it?
It was good. The girls are doing great, and I was just happy to step foot on the court again. It felt good. Yeah, it was nice to see you come in a defensive spot, and what we were talking about is that with Wakey and then with you, and at one point Stella, the 3 in the back row for 1, 5, and 6, that's the best defense Baruch has. It was nice to see and scary, especially going into playoffs. Yes. So we'll see what Coach Kevin does, and that's up to you guys, him. Right. But so what we talk about every time, too, is the chemistry that you guys have. And even on the sideline, we've been seeing you interactive. You have so many transfers this year. Tell us about that. Yeah, the transfers are great. They were a great addition to, the season. Honestly, they stepped in big roles that we really needed this year, and I think they're doing a great job, and it's going to extend into Friday. I think they're going to do a great job. Anita, too, through the offense. When she goes back row, she's still an offensive weapon with the pipes. Ada, too. You guys do run that 6-2, sometimes the 5-1, which is another versatile aspect of your just game plan that Coach Kevin. Does he talk about whether you guys are running a 5-1 or a 6-2? I think it just depends on the day, but I think it's a great option that we have all throughout the season, and I think it's going to be a good way to, throw off our opponents, Throw in a 5-1, throw in a 6-2, offense and defense there. Yeah, and so now you guys are set to play #1 Hunter in the semifinals. How's that making you feel? It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a good match, and you know what? I'm ready, and I think the team's ready to go out there and just play our hardest and kick their butt. Yeah, like to hear it, especially at home in front of the home crowd. CUNY always goes off, and it's exciting. This is your second time. Anything different that you would like to implement or do better this year? So I think I'm going to take on a lesser role this year, which is a little bit different for me because of my injury. So I think I'm going to still try to be as vocal and even more vocal as possible since I'm not going to be on the court the whole time and kind of just try to help out my team as best as I can from the sideline. That is awesome to hear, especially with an injury. There's only so much that you can do. Yeah. You're an amazing defensive player. I see you all the time. One of my favorite women's players. It's just so sad to see you get hurt and sidelined. Thank you. We're here to support. Friday this coming week. Stay with us. It's 4, 6, and 8 p.m. CUNY semis and finals. Danielle, thank you so much for answering some questions. Yeah, thank you for having me. Good luck with everything. We hope you heal up, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. See you guys Friday.